Very good morning, students. In today's video, we will talk about the calculus. Now, what is calculus? Calculus is a branch of mathematics. It divided into two parts, differentiation and integration. Now you will thinking that we were doing the motion one dimension. Now where these things come from? The reason is, to attempt the next part in the motion one dimension, you need to understand the concept of differentiation and integration, because without understanding these concepts we can't move forward in our physics. There are so many chapters coming in our way, like the gravitation, the work energy and power, so many chapters in which these some topics of these chapter only can be understand if we know the basic understanding of the calculus. So let's start with the basic calculus. Elementary concepts of calculus. As I said, calculus is divided into two parts. First is differentiation and second is integration. See, I'm not going to elaborate so much in these topics because we'll study them in brief in the mathematics. I will make you understand only so that you can solve the numerical problem, or you can solve the equation where we have to apply the differentiation and integration. So in this lecture we will only talk about the basic formulas or basic we can say concept how to solve the differentiation and integrations. So let us talk about first the differentiation. Let's start with the example. Let's take an equation. Let's say y equals to 5x plus 2, or y equals to 3x minus 2, or y equals to, let's say, e to the power x. Now in all of these equations, one thing is common, that the value of y depends upon the value of x, right? Suppose in the first example, if we take value of x equals to 0, then value of y will be 2. If we take value of x equals to 1, so value of y will be 7. That means the value of y depends upon the value of x. How do we write this term in the mathematical form? We'll write that y is a function of x. It means that y depends upon x. Value of y changes with change in the value of x. So if we find this change, if we find the change in the value of y with respect to change in the value of x. Okay, what I'm saying? I'm saying that the value of y depends upon the value of x. So let us find how much change is coming in the value of y when we change the value of x. So we can write as del y upon del x. That can be the change. Del means delta, change in y. So change in y with respect to change in the value of x. Okay. For example, let's take the equation number 1. First case, let's put x equals to 0. So when x equals to 0, what will be y? Y will be 2. In this case, y will be 2, right? And let's say when x equals to 1, y is equals to what? 7. In this example, what is del y? What is del y? Del y is 7 minus 2. What is del x? Del x is 1 minus 0. That means so this is the change in y with respect to change in x. Now what if the value of x, here I am take the value of x is 1, change in the value of x is 1. If the change in x is too small, it is just above than 0, okay, I am rubbing this part. So what I said, if change in x tends to 0, it is too small, then del y by del x and limit that del x tends to 0. Limit means it's a limitation. We take a limitation that the change in x is too small, let's say from 0 to 0.00001, right? Then this expression can be written as dy by dx. Right, now we'll not write del y by del x because now the change in x is too small. So now it will be written as dy by dx, or precisely we can write it as d by dx of y. How do we read this? We'll read this as differentiation of y with respect to x, or the differential coefficient of y or differential coefficient of y relating to x, right? Now how do we calculate this dy by dx? Right, we can easily find the value of del y by dx, del y by del x by putting the value of x and y. But now the thing is changed, we are calculating dy by dx. So how do we change? So we have some formulas to solve this part. Very first case, if y is equals to constant. Now understand this. What does constant means? Constant means it does not change its value with respect to time or with respect to distance or with respect to anything. Let's say y is equals to pi. Now does the value of pi depends upon time or depend upon distance or depend upon any other quantity? No. So if you differentiate y, let's say differentiate y with respect to x. Now understandings, differentiation of y with respect to x, that means change in y with respect to x. Now what is y? Y is a constant. So is there any change in the value of y with respect to anything? No, because y is constant, right? So this will be 0. So whenever you find differentiation of any constant, it will always equals to 0. Like differentiation of universal constant like capital G, pi, Planck constant h, on any number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these all are constant. So whenever you find differentiation of any number or any constant, will equals to 0. Second, this is the most important formula, that if y is x to the power n, like y equals to x square, x cube, x to the power minus 1, x to the power minus 2, then how we'll solve it? So now d by dx of y equals to d by dx of x to the power n, right? Y, what is the value of y is there? X to the power n. The formula is nx n minus 1. This will be the formula. Example, suppose the value of y is x cube. So here 3 is nothing but n. You can relate this equation, y equals to xn and value of n is 3. How to solve it? Nx minus 1. So n is 3. So 3x 3 minus 1, that is 3x squared will be the differentiation of y with respect to x. Third, if y is equals to let's say e to the power x, this is a one quantity which never change with the differentiation. So dy by dx will be d upon dx of e to the power x. It will be only e to the power x, it will not change. Fourth, if y is equals to log e to the power x, right? Log e to the power x means natural log. So now dy by dx equals to, that means d by dx of log e to the power x, it will give you value 1 upon x. So these are the formulas. There are so these are the arithmetical, algebraical or arithmetical coefficients. Now if we have any coefficient like trigonometrical coefficient like sine or cos, then what will be the formula? Let's see. You can take screenshot because this is a very important formula. You must note these in your notebook, right? It's very, very important. So let's see some more functions like log, I think this one is the 4th or 5th, whatever the number, y equals to log ax. Right now it was not ax, a can be anything, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever will be there. So the formula will be now dy by dx will be d by dx of log ax. The formula will be 1 upon x log a to the power e. Okay, let's do some trigonometrical functions like if y equals to sine x. So d by dx of y, what the value of y is? Sine x. The d by dx of sine x is cos x. So when you find the differentiation of sine x with respect to x, you will find cos x. It will convert into the cos x. If y equals to cos x, then so dy by dx, that means d by dx of cos x, this will become minus sine x. Let's say y equals to tan x. I am taking the main trigonometric quantity like sine cos tan. So d by dx equals to d by dx of tan x. The formula is sec square x. So these are some important formulas of differentiation. Please memorize them because they will help you in almost every chapter of physics from the class 11 and as well as the class 12th. So here we have seen the differentiation of a single function. Now what if the function two functions are in multiplication? What will you do? For example, suppose you have to find a differentiation of y equals to, let's say you have x square plus 3 and multiplication with log e to the power x. Then how will you solve them? We don't have a single function, we have two different functions, right? That means the y is the combination of two functions f1x and multiply by f2x. We have two functions in product. So how do we solve them? So here comes the formula. When we have two functions, then the formula or the differentiation. So now differential coefficient of product of two functions. Okay, now suppose y is this and we have to find dy by dx, that is d by dx of f1x into f2x. So these are two function are in multiplication. Now what is the formula? It's quite easy. Formula is first function same. That means just write down the first function as it is. First function same, that is f1x. I have not changed anything in first function. Multiply by differentiation of second function. See here, first function same, differentiation of second function. Let's do it in the bracket. Plus, here we differentiate the second function. Now it's time to take second function as it is. So now we have second function same, that is f2x, and differentiation of first function. So this is the formula of d by dx of f1x and f2x. So when these two functions are in product, we find by this formula. So let's see an example based on the product or the multiplication of two functions. So let's say if y equals to x into sin x. Now these are two functions. What is the formula? dy by dx. First function same, x. Differentiation of second function, d by dx of sin x, plus second function same, sin x, and differentiation of first function, that is x. So we have applied the formula. Now find the differential coefficient. So first is same, I'm not changing anything here. Now what will the formula of d by dx of sin x? That was cos x plus sin x, and d by dx of x will be 1. Why it is 1? Let's see here. X means power is 1. I can write it as 1. Okay, that means n is 1 here. What was the formula? Formula was d by dx of x to the power n, n x n minus 1. That was the formula. Okay, now n is 1 here. So d by dx of x 1. Value of n is 1. So 1 into x 1 minus 1. That is x to the power 0, and anything to the power 0 means 1. This will equals to 1. Hence that is why the d by dx of x is equals to 1. So differentiation of this d by dx of y, we got x cos x plus sin x. So that's how we apply the formula of product. This is also known as product rule. I will discuss the application of differentiation and the integration part in the next video. Please try to solve some example of these cases. Till then, thank you so much, class.